Besides many other things, Raggles was a poet. He was called a tramp, but that was only an elliptical way of saying that he was a philosopher, an artist, a traveler, a naturalist, a discoverer. But most of all, he was a poet. In all this life, he never wrote a line of verse. He lived his poetry. His Odyssey would have been a limerick had it been written. But to linger with the primary proposition, Raggles was a poet. Raggles' specialty, had he been driven to ink and paper, would have been sonnets to the cities. He studied cities as women study their reflections in mirrors, as children study the glue and the sawdust of a dislocated doll, as the men who write about wild animals study the cages in the zoo. A city, to Raggles, was not merely a pile of bricks and mortar, peopled by a certain number of inhabitants. It was a thing with a soul, characteristic and distant. An individual conglomeration of life with its own peculiar essence, flavor, and feeling. 2,000 miles to the north and south, east and west, Raggles wandered in poetic fervor, taking the cities to his breast. He footed it on dusty roads, or sped magnificently in freight cars, counting time as of no account. And when he had found the heart of a city and listened to its secret confession, he strayed on, restless, to another. Fickle, Raggles, but perhaps he had not met the civic corporation that could engage and hold his critical fancy.